Oh, hello. This is Drew with Michigan Adventure Life, a page dedicated to extolling the virtues of Michigan's wonderful system of public lands. Today, we're going to look at some of the maps and tools I use on the internet to help plan my trips. As always, if you enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our other media pages. That's MIAdventureLife on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's start off by saying I find a lot of my resources firsthand. Michigan Hiking and Backpacking Facebook page got a lot of great authors on it, a lot of hikers, a lot of people who really enjoy the public lands. I love this document made by Tom Funk. He's an author about the trails in Michigan. It talks about where you can camp and the different state and national resources we have available to us. That actually brought me to this map, State Forests and Campgrounds by the Michigan DNR, working with ArcGIS. I'll put links to all these maps in the description of this video. You can see we've got the vast systems of trails, state lands, federal lands. Our public lands are denoted in green. That's how they do it on most of these maps. This is just Google Maps, and this is Michigan, and there's the Huron National Forest, Manistee over here, Huron over here. And from there, I also have the MyHunt page from the Michigan DNR. That's a web app. Not only does it show you all the public lands, it also shows you what kind of access you have to them, whether it be camping, hiking, hunting, overnights, etc. It's got some great layering in it. Today we're going to be looking at Dahl Road in Lupton, Michigan. I found this in one of the patch of greens on Google Map. I was just trying to find somewhere close enough to home to where we could drive in a couple hours, do an overnighter, maybe potentially scout it for hunting. That's actually where we went into the last video we made, the first video we made really, and it definitely has some animal sign in it, so we're going to go back there and scout it again and see if it's worth looking for deer there. Over here on the MyHunt app, you can see we've got Lupton, and if we zoom out a little and let the layers load, it'll show you that that is indeed just north of there on Dahl Road. All federal lands, meaning it follows the federal guidelines for hunting, which means you can just Google them, but generally you can, it's generally the same land, it's the same laws you're going to be following for Michigan state lands. For here, we'll go to our state forest and campground map, go to Dahl Road in Lupton. It's amazing these tiny places that are still on these maps. Zoom out a little bit there. And this actually has the benefit of giving you a topo, gives you a nice defined line for where that public land starts around Auger Hill. And this is going to have some more up-to-date trails. I actually found, this is the Mack Lake Trailhead system on Google, and it's got a great trail map. But it hasn't been updated since April of 2012, so I'm going to trust my Google, for once I'm going to trust my Google Earth more. But this is the trailhead we're pulling into on Dahl Road. We're going to hike up into this system here. What's really great about this state forest and campground map and the MyHunt app is they have measurement tools, so you can click on the measuring tool, and we know the trailhead's right down here. You just click a measurement, and so this is where we're going to start our hike, and I'd like to hike down the westernmost path and then across the heads of the other paths, and then I know that down here by Auger Hill there's some clearings I'd like to hike around, as well as you look in there. It's kind of hard to see, but they've got some marks for wetlands. And the entirety of that hike laid out right there is just under 5.5 miles. It's not really going to be that bad. I guess it really depends on the weather. But then we can go back here to the MyHunt app. can see that entire area is going to be well covered as long as we don't come south. Always got to check the legality, especially when you're scouting for hunting. And then what I really like the Google Earth for is you can pull up these aerials and you can actually see like, oh, that's the trailhead we're going to be pulling into. And then this is the path we're going to hike out and around so that ultimately we can see these 3 clearings. A lot of that's going to be dependent on the weather. You know, it's really hard to trust the weather in Michigan. Always use weather.com. I know it's a little hokey, but you can always tell what I'm getting ready to plan for. It's always in my most recent searches. But you can't really go wrong with weather.com. You just always got to check it with other sources. I also like Weather Underground. That's wonderground.com. I'm not going to link to these. You can use what other weather sources you want. You can choose your lies. But as you can see, you know, you can pick what you're going, and it looks like it's not going to be bad. For a while, it looked like it was going to be snowy. Looked like it might have a little rain, but so far, the weather's looking, you know, a little chilly, but dry, and that's kind of the best we can hope for. But thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Again, feel free to like this video and subscribe to our social media pages. That's MIAdventureLife. This has been Drew. Thank you.